minutes remaining in the session. Robbie in turn 4 is 11th. Miyata-chan in front stretch is P3. Samtekat is P7. Best lap is a 0:46.171. Subnay from United States in turn 1 is P12. Best lap is a 5:28.164. Samtekat in front stretch is P7. Robbie in turn 1 is P12. Best lap is a 1:05.973. Bionic Brahmando in front stretch is 10th. DeGraw in front stretch is 2nd. Narwhal from United States in front stretch is P12. Best lap is a 0:48.064. Mark DeGraw in front stretch is P2. Bionic Brahmando from Canada in turn 4 is 11th. Best lap is a 0:47.775. Narwhal in front stretch is 13th. Samtekat in turn 4 is P7. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Bionic Brahmando in turn 1 is P12. Narwhal is P10. Best lap is a 0:46.605. Zahn in front stretch is 4th. Mark DeGraw from Canada in turn 2 is P2. Bionic Brahmando in front stretch is P12. Best lap is a 0:47.414. Sam Taycat in turn 4 is P7. Mark in front stretch is 2nd. Subnay in back stretch is P13. Best lap is a 0:47.920. Miyata-chan in back stretch is P3. Bionic Brahmando in turn 4 is P12. Johnny Nikan in turn 1 is P1. Best lap is a 0:45.435. The draw in back stretch is 2nd. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Subnay in front stretch is 13. Best lap is a 0:47.840. Zahn in backstretch is 4th. Sam Taykat in turn 2 is 7th. DeGraw in turn 5 is 2nd. Simon of the Desert in turn 2 is P4. Best lap is a 0:45.479. Johnny Nicken in front stretch is P1. Jake Feemster from United States in turn 5 is P15. Zahn in backstretch is 5th. DeGraw is 2nd. Jake in turn 2 is 15th. Best lap is a 0:47.766. Simon of the Desert from United States in turn 1 is P4. Kevin Lekmansky from United States in front stretch is 12th. Best lap is a 0:46.374. Simon of the Desert in turn 2 is 4th. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Narwhal from United States in turn 2 is P9. Best lap is a 0:46.175. Lekmansky is 12. Jake Beamster in turn 2 is P15. Mark in backstretch is P2. Robbie in front stretch is P13. Best lap is a 0:46.504. Chan in front stretch is 4th. Subnay in turn 5 is P10. Best lap is a 0:46.199. Kevin Lekmansky in turn 4 is P13. Johnny Nicken from United States in turn 5 is P3. DeGraw in turn 5 is P2. Best lap is a 0:45.360. Robbie in turn 5 is 14th. Subnay from United States in turn 2 is P12. Johnny Nicken in front stretch is P3. Feemster in back stretch is P6. Best lap is a 0:45.758. The qualification session is at Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, USA. The wind speed is 1 km/h from the north. Sam Taykat from United States in front stretch is P2. Robbie in backstretch is first. Kevin Lekmanski from United States in backstretch is fifth. Robbie is first up 12.15. Robbie is up 15.89 in turn 4. Sam Taykat is provisional pole with a 0:47.927. Robbie improved his P2 with a 0:48.908. 0.981 off pole. Robbie is up 0.40 in turn 1. Mark DeGraw is provisional pole with a 0:47.023. David Zahn is provisional pole with a 0:47.011. Miata Chan is provisional pole with a 0:46.573. Robbie is up 0.82 in turn 4. Robbie improved his 6th with a 0:47.554. 0.981 off pole. Robbie is up 0.25 in turn 1. Narwhal is P8. Narwhal improved his P7 with a 0:47.913. 1.340 off pole. Simon of the Desert is provisional pole with a 0:45.752. Narwhal is up 0.54 in turn 2. Lekmanski is P11. Kevin Lekmanski is up 3.68 in turn 5. Kevin Lekmanski improved his 10th with a 0:55.117. 9.365 off pole. Jake Feemster from United States in front stretch is P10. Jake Feemster improved his P4 with a 0:45.938. 0.186 off pole. Johnny Nicken from United States in backstretch is 11th up 3.65. Lekmanski from United States in backstretch is P12 up 1.75. Lekmansky improved his P11 with a 0:49.960, 4.208 off pole. Lekmansky is up 1.02 in turn 1. Bionic Brahmando is 8th. Bionic Brahmando is up 0.30 in turn 5. Marc de Gras is provisional pole with a 0:45.627. David Zahn is 9th. Zahn improved is 7th with a 0:46.587. 0.960 off pole. Kevin Lekmansky in turn 5 is P12 up 1.76. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Lekmansky improved his P12 with a 0:47.962. 2.335 off pole. Zahn from United States in turn 4 is 7th up 0.35. David Zahn improved his P5 with a 0:46.215. 0.588 off pole. Zahn is up 0.11 in turn 1. Marc de Gras is first. De Gras is up 0.26 in back stretch. Kevin Lekmansky in front stretch is P12. Kevin Lekmansky improved his P11 with a 0:47.642. 2.015 off pole. De Gras from Canada in front stretch is P1 up 0.31. Marc is provisional pole with a 0:45.364. Simon of the Desert is provisional pole with a 0:45.340. Johnny Nicken in back stretch is P10 up 0.56. Robbie is 8th up 0.23. Robbie improved his P7 with a 0:46.244. 0.904 off pole. Miyata Chan from United States in turn 1 is 8th up 0.15. Kevin Lekmansky in backstretch is 11th up 0.29. Johnny Nicken in turn 4 is 9th up 0.19. Kevin Lekmansky in turn 5 is P11 up 0.69. Kevin Lekmansky improved his 7th with a 0:46.117. 0.777 off pole. Miyata Chan in turn 1 is P9 up 0.20. Kevin Lekmansky is 7th up 0.27. Kevin Lekmansky is up 0.73 in front stretch. Lekmansky is provisional pole with a 0:45.257. Miyata Chan is provisional pole with a 0:45.251. Lekmansky is up 0.24 in back stretch. Kevin Lekmansky is up 0.32 in front stretch. Lekmansky is provisional pole with a 0:44.993. Miata-chan in backstretch is second. Best lap is a 0:45.034. .041 off pole. Sam Takat in front stretch is P9. Best lap is a 0:45.997. 1.004 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Miata-chan in backstretch is second. Johnny Nicken in turn 4 is P11. Best lap is a 0:46.292. 1.299 off pole. Johnny Nicken improved his 11th with a 0:46.254. 1.261 off pole. The race session is at Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, USA. The wind speed is 1 km/h from the north. Kevin Lekmanski is P1. Miata-chan from United States is P2. Simon of the Desert from United States is P3. Mark DeGraw from Canada is P4. Narwhal from United States is 5th. Jake Feemster from United States is 6th. Bionic Brahmando from Canada. Announcer bot is active. The race session is at Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, USA. The wind speed is 1 km/h from the north. Kevin Lekmanski is first. Miata-chan from United States is P2. Simon of the Desert from United States is third. Mark DeGraw from Canada is P4. Narwhal from United States is 5th. Jake Feemster from United States is 6th. Bionic Brahmando from Canada is 7th. David Zahn from United States is P8. Sam Takat from United States is P9. Robbie is P10. Johnny Nicken from United States is P11. Subnay from United States is P12. Formation lap in progress. Lekmanski is first. Simon of the Desert in front stretch is P2. Simon of the Desert lost second to Miata-chan. Mark in turn 1 is 4th. Narwhal in turn 2 is 5th. Narwhal passed Mark de Graaf for P4. Narwhal lost P4 to de Graaf. Feemster is 6th. Bionic Brahmando in turn 5 is P7. Davidson in front stretch is P8. Formation lap complete. Race start. Sam Taycat in front stretch is 9. Best lap is a 1:44.465. 1.127 off the fastest lap. Zahn from United States in turn 2 is P9, 0.1 behind Sam Taycat. Johnny Nicken in turn 4 is P11, 0.1 ahead of Robbie. Johnny Nicken is now 8th. Virtual pace car deployed. Robbie in front stretch is P12. Robbie passed Sam Taycat for 11th. Sam Taycat in front stretch is P12. Miata Chan in backstretch is 2nd. De Graaf in backstretch is P3. Jake Feemster in turn 4 is P4. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Simon of the Desert from United States in front stretch is 5th, 0.1 behind Feemster. Davidson in front stretch is P6, 0.1 ahead of Narwhal. Zahn lost P6 to Narwhal. Ryan Wilson from Canada in turn 1 is P8 battling Johnny Nicken. Ryan Wilson lost 8th to Johnny Nicken. Robbie in backstretch is P10, 0.2 behind Ryan Wilson. Robbie was 4.9 faster last lap. Ryan Wilson in turn 5 is P10 battling Robbie. Bionic Brahmando in front stretch is 12, 0.1 ahead of Subnet. Subnet in backstretch is P13, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Subne passed Bionic Brahmando for 12. Bionic Brahmando in turn 5 on lap 5 is 13. 0.1 behind Subne. Miata-chan in turn 1 is second. 0.1 behind Lekmansky. DeGraw in backstretch is P3, 0.1 behind Miata-chan. Simon of the Desert in turn 5 is 4th. Zahn in front stretch is 6th battling Narwhal. Narwhal in backstretch is 7th, 0.1 behind Zahn. Narwhal passed Beamster for 5th. Robbie in turn 5 is 7th, 0.3 behind Jake Beamster. Virtual pace car deployed. Johnny Nicken in front stretch is P9. Subne in turn 2 is P11. Miata-chan in backstretch is second. Zahn in turn 4 is third. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Zahn lost third to Mark DeGraw. Narwhal in turn 5 is 5th, 0.1 ahead of Jake Beamster. Jake in front stretch is P6 battling Narwhal. Narwhal in front stretch on lap 9 is 6th battling Jake Beamster. Ryan Wilson in turn 2 is 7th battling Robbie. Robbie in turn 4 is P8, 0.1 behind Ryan Wilson. Robbie passed Ryan Wilson for 7th. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is P8, 0.1 ahead of Johnny Nicken. Ryan Wilson lost 8th to Johnny Nicken. Subne in turn 2 is P10. Best lap is a 0:46.447. 0.457 off the fastest lap. Sam Taycat is 11th, 0.1 behind Subne. Simon of the Desert in front stretch is 13, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata-chan in turn 2 is P2, 0.1 behind Lekmansky. Mark de Graaf in turn 4 is P3 battling Jake. Feemster in front stretch is 4th, 0.1 behind de Graaf. Narwhal in turn 1 is 6th battling Zahn. Narwhal was 1.6 faster last lap. David Zahn in backstretch is 7th battling Narwhal. David Zahn passed Narwhal for P6. Narwhal in front stretch is P7. Ryan Wilson in turn 2 is P9, 0.1 behind Johnny Nicken. Subnay in turn 4 is P11, 0.1 behind Sam Taykat. Miata-chan in front stretch is P2, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmansky. Jake Feemster in turn 2 is P4, 0.1 behind Mark de Graaf. Ryan Wilson in turn 4 is 8th battling Narwhal. Narwhal in front stretch is P9, 0.2 behind Ryan Wilson. Narwhal passed Ryan Wilson for P8. Ryan Wilson in turn 2 is P9, 0.2 behind Narwhal. Subnay in turn 4 is 11, 0.4 behind Sam Taykat. Simon of the Desert in turn 5 is 13th, 0.5 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata-chan in backstretch is 2nd. Best lap is a 0:45.894. 0.312 off the fastest lap. Mark in turn 5 is 3rd. Best lap is a 0:45.605. 0.023 off the fastest lap. Miata-chan in front stretch is 3rd battling de Graaf. Miata-chan passed Mark for 2nd. De Graaf in backstretch is P3, 0.2 behind Miata-chan. Jake is P4. Best lap is a 0:45.342. .114 off the fastest lap. Johnny Nicken in front stretch is P6 battling Robbie. Johnny Nicken lost 6th to Narwhal. Narwhal in turn 2 is 7th battling Johnny Nicken. Zahn in back stretch is 8th, 0.2 behind Narwhal. Ryan Wilson in turn 5 is P10, 0.1 behind Sam Tekat. Subnay in turn 1 is P11, 0.1 behind Ryan Wilson. Simon of the Desert in back stretch is P13, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata Chan from United States in front stretch is P2, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmansky. Jake in turn 2 is 4th, 0.1 behind DeGraw. Narwhal from United States in back stretch is P6, 0.2 behind Robbie. Subnay in turn 5 is P10, 0.1 behind Sam Tekat. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is 11th, 0.3 behind Subnay. Subnay was 0.5 faster last lap. Simon of the Desert in turn 2 is P13, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata Chan in front stretch is 2nd, 0.1 behind Lekmansky. Feemster in turn 2 is P4, 0.1 behind DeGraw. Robbie in back stretch is P6. Best lap is a 0:45.539. .433 off the fastest lap. Zahn is 8th, 0.1 behind Johnny Nicken. Subnay in front stretch is P10, 0.1 behind Sam Tekat. Simon of the Desert in turn 2 is 12, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata Chan in front stretch is P2. DeGraw in turn 1 on lap 24 is 4th, 0.1 behind Jake. Robbie in backstretch is P6, 0.1 behind Narwhal. Davidson in turn 4 is 8, 0.1 behind Johnny Nicken. Subnay in front stretch is 10, 0.2 behind Sam Tekat. Bionic Brahmando in turn 2 is P11, 0.1 ahead of Simon of the Desert. Simon of the Desert is 12, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata Chan from United States in turn 1 is P2, 0.1 behind Lekmansky. Jake in backstretch is P4, 0.1 behind Marc DeGraw. The leader has just finished the race. Kevin Lekmansky from United States finished P1. Miata Chan finished second. Jake Feemster finished P3. DeGraw finished 4th. Narwhal finished P5. Robbie finished P6. Davidson finished P7. Sam Tekat finished P8. Bionic Brahmando finished P9. Subnay finished P10. Ryan Wilson finished 11th. Simon of the Desert finished 12th. Johnny Nicken finished 13th. The race session is at Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, USA. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the east. Sam Tekat is first. Davidson from United States is P2. Robbie is P3. Narwhal from United States is P4. Marc DeGraw from Canada is P5. Jake Feemster from United States is P6. Miata Chan from United States is 7th. Kevin Lekmansky from United States is P8. Bionic Brahmando from Canada is P9. Subnay from United States is 10th. Ryan Wilson from Canada is 11th. Simon of the Desert from United States is 12th. Johnny Nicken from United States is 13th. Sam Taykat from United States is P1. Bionic Brahmando entering the pits is P23. Formation lap in progress. Davidson in front stretch is second. Robbie in front stretch is P4. Bionic Brahmando exiting pits on softs. Robbie passed Narwhal for third. Narwhal in turn 1 is P4. DeGraw in turn 2 is 5th. Jake Feemster in backstretch is P6. Miata Chan in turn 4 is P7. Lekmansky in turn 5 is P8. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is 9th. Formation lap complete. Race start. Johnny Nicken in turn 1 is P10, 0.1 behind Ryan Wilson. Bionic Brahmando in backstretch is P12 battling Simon of the Desert. Bionic Brahmando is now 12. Simon of the Desert in turn 5 is P13. Best lap is a 1:52.201. 1.891 off the fastest lap. Davidson in turn 1 is P2 battling Robbie. Robbie in backstretch is P3, 0.1 ahead of Mark. Robbie lost 4th to Beamster. Miata-chan in turn 5 is 7, 0.1 ahead of Johnny Nikken. Miata-chan is now 5th. Miata-chan lost P5 to Johnny Nikken. Virtual pace car deployed. Jake Beamster in front stretch is P3. Narwhal in turn 1 is 4th. Johnny Nikken is P5. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Lekmansky in backstretch is P7 battling Miata-chan. Kevin Lekmansky passed Miata-chan for P6. Bionic Brahmando in turn 4 is P8. Best lap is a 0:50.870. 3.017 off the fastest lap. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is 10th battling Simon of the Desert. Ryan Wilson lost 10th to Simon of the Desert. Sam Takat in front stretch is 12th battling Ryan Wilson. Sam Takat was 18.7 faster last lap. Sam Takat passed Ryan Wilson for 11th. Ryan Wilson in turn 1 is P12 battling Sam Takat. Ryan Wilson passed Sam Takat for P11. Sam Takat in backstretch is P12, 0.1 behind Ryan Wilson. Zahn in front stretch is P2 battling Mark. David Zahn is now P1. Virtual pace car deployed. Beamster in turn 1 is P2. Simon of the Desert in turn 2 is 3rd. Sam Takat in backstretch is P4. Ryan Wilson in backstretch is P6. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Mark DeGraw in turn 4 is P7, 0.2 ahead of Narwhal. Kevin Lekmansky in front stretch is 8th, 0.1 behind Mark. Kevin Lekmansky passed Mark for P7. Mark in front stretch is 8th, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmansky. Robbie in turn 1 is 9, 0.1 behind DeGraw. Narwhal in backstretch is 10.1 ahead of Miata-chan. DeGraw in turn 5 is P10 battling Narwhal. Mark DeGraw lost 10th to Miata-chan. Bionic Brahmando on lap 8 is P11 battling Ryan Wilson. Virtual pace car deployed. Bionic Brahmando is now P8. Jake in backstretch is P2. Zahn in turn 4 is P2. Simon of the Desert in turn 5 is P3. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Narwhal in front stretch is 4th, 0.1 ahead of Robbie. Robbie in front stretch is 5th battling Miata-chan. Robbie is now P6. Bionic Brahmando from Canada in front stretch is 7th battling Robbie. Bionic Brahmando is now P13. David Zahn is P2 battling Feemster. Virtual pace car deployed. Jake Feemster in turn 4 is 2nd. Zahn in turn 5 is P2. David Zahn passed Jake for 1st. Feemster in front stretch is 2nd. Simon of the Desert in front stretch is P3. Simon of the Desert lost 3rd to Narwhal. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Miata-chan in front stretch is 5th battling Samtekat. Samtekat was 0.6 faster last lap. Miata-chan lost P5 to Samtekat. Samtekat in turn 1 is 6th, 0.2 behind Miata-chan. Samtekat was 0.6 faster last lap. Samtekat passed Miata-chan for P5. Miata-chan in turn 2 is 6th. Best lap is a 0:48.518. 0.665 off the fastest lap. Johnny Nicken in backstretch is P7 battling Ryan Wilson. Johnny Nicken lost P7 to Ryan Wilson. Johnny Nicken is now 7th. DeGraw in backstretch is P9, 0.1 ahead of Robbie. DeGraw lost P9 to Robbie. Ryan Wilson from Canada in front stretch is 11th battling Subnet. Jake in turn 1 is second, battling Simon of the Desert. Sam Taycat in backstretch is P3, battling Simon of the Desert. Sam Taycat lost 4th to Narwhal. Miata Chan in turn 5 is P6, battling Lekmansky. Zahn is second, 0.1 behind Jake Beamster. Virtual pace car deployed. Virtual pace car deployed. Sam Taycat in backstretch is P4. Robbie in turn 4 is P5. Johnny Nicken in turn 5 is P6. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is P8. Virtual pace car ends this lap. Lekmansky in front stretch is 8th, 0.1 behind Ryan Wilson. Miata Chan in front stretch on lap 13 is 9, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmansky. Miata Chan is now 10th. Simon of the Desert in backstretch is second. Best lap is a 0:46.692. 0.279 off the fastest lap. Beamster on lap 13 is third, battling Simon of the Desert. Jake Beamster passed Simon of the Desert for P2. Simon of the Desert in front stretch is P3, battling Beamster. Simon of the Desert passed Beamster for P2. Robbie in turn 2 is 6th, 0.2 behind Johnny Nicken. Bionic Brahmando in turn 4 is P8, 0.1 ahead of Narwhal. Bionic Brahmando is now P7. Narwhal in front stretch is 8, 0.1 behind Bionic Brahmando. Miata Chan in front stretch is P13, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmansky. Jake Beamster in turn 4 is P2, battling Simon of the Desert. Simon of the Desert in front stretch is third, 0.1 behind Jake Beamster. Robbie in turn 1 is P6, 0.1 behind Narwhal. Miata-Chan in backstretch is 10th, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmanski. Simon of the Desert in front stretch is second, battling Zahn. Narwhal in turn 1 on lap 17 is P5, 0.1 behind Samte Cat. Robbie in backstretch is P6, 0.3 behind Narwhal. Mark DeGraw in turn 4 is 8th, 0.2 behind Ryan Wilson. DeGraw passed Ryan Wilson for 7th. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is 8th, 0.2 behind Mark DeGraw. Lekmanski from United States in backstretch is P9, 0.1 ahead of Miata-Chan. Miata-Chan is P10, 0.1 behind Kevin Lekmanski. Miata-Chan is now P9. DeGraw in front stretch is 9th, battling Miata-Chan. Ryan Wilson is P10, 0.1 behind Mark. David Zahn in front stretch is 2nd. Simon of the Desert in turn 1 is P3, 0.1 behind David Zahn. Simon of the Desert passed Zahn for 2nd. Narwhal in backstretch is 5th, 0.1 behind Samte Cat. Miata-Chan in turn 4 is P7, 0.1 behind Lekmanski. Ryan Wilson from Canada in front stretch is 9th, battling Robbie. Zahn in backstretch is P2, 0.1 behind Jake. Narwhal in turn 5 is P5, 0.1 behind Samte Cat. Narwhal passed Samte Cat for P4. Samte Cat in front stretch is P5, 0.2 behind Narwhal. Miata-Chan in turn 2 is P7, 0.1 behind Lekmanski. Ryan Wilson in turn 4 is 9th, 0.1 behind DeGraw. Zahn from United States in turn 1 is P2, 0.1 behind Beamster. Narwhal in turn 2 is 5th. Best lap is a 0:45.995. 0.711 off the fastest lap. Lekmansky in turn 4 is P6, 0.1 ahead of Miata-chan. Miata-chan in front stretch is P7, 0.1 behind Lekmansky. Miata-chan is now P5. DeGraw in turn 2 is 6th, 0.1 ahead of Ryan Wilson. DeGraw is now 5th. Ryan Wilson in turn 4 is 5th, 0.1 behind Mark. Miata-chan in front stretch is P7, 0.1 behind Narwhal. Zahn in back stretch is 2nd, 0.1 behind Jake. Mark DeGraw is P4, 0.1 ahead of Ryan Wilson. Ryan Wilson in front stretch is 5th, 0.2 behind DeGraw. Narwhal in turn 1 is 6th, 0.1 ahead of Miata-chan. Narwhal lost P6 to Miata-chan. The leader has just finished the race. Beamster finished 1st. David Zahn finished 2nd. Simon of the Desert finished P3. Mark finished P4. Ryan Wilson finished 5th. Narwhal finished 6th. Miata-chan finished 7th. Robbie finished 8th. Lekmansky finished 9th. Subname finished 10th. Sam Taykat finished 11th. Bionic Brahmando finished P12.